I faked my resume and now I'm in trouble. Since I started high school, my parents stopped checking in on my grades and their mentality was basically we don't care as long as you get into a good university, and they've carried on this mentality to when I got into college, and they didn't really check on my grades and gave me free rein as long as I majored in the subject they wanted and graduated on time with good grades. Well, basically what happened was that I failed my first year and had to switch my major. I didn't tell them and they didn't ask, so I thought, as long as I keep on going and not drop out, I'll be fine. One day out of the blue last semester, my dad asked me to write up a resume. I panicked and wrote up a resume, but changed the GPA and major, and made up some things and thought I saved myself. Well, this winter break my dad dropped it on me and told me he knows people in a big company. He gave them my resume and everything and wanted me to intern there. So I messed up. They'll probably figure it out and let my dad know, and I'll probably get disowned or something, and best case scenario they don't check and give me the job, and I have to live with the guilt that I got a job that I didn't deserve cause of nepotism. This is depressing, and I'm typically an easygoing guy, but this whole ordeal is giving me anxiety like nothing else. I feel bad for failing and lying to my family about it, and now I'm on the verge of being blown, and I thought maybe making a post here will make me feel better, but I honestly don't know. Reddit comments. You're going to have to play it off. Watch the movie Catch Me if you can to motivate you. Good luck. He's Frank, a blackmail junior, an inspiration to some for the wrong reasons. If you watch his story and think just by lying and being confident I can get anywhere, you probably missed the point. He worked very hard with his lies, to the point of even passing the bar exam without cheating. Yeah, he lied and cheated, but he worked hard to get there. I would honestly ask for most people, if it isn't worth more, just to do the hard work and get a degree, rather than sweat and stress over a lie your entire life. Kinda did a version of this. You can survive. I applied for a job and sent my resume in. I didn't read the job description carefully. The position was for about 2 levels above where I was looking for and qualified for. They called me for an interview on the resume I sent. Unlike op, I didn't lie. I just skimmed the info before applying. So I went in. About halfway through the interview, I started cluing in that the questions they were asking weren't exactly entry level. Regardless, I knew the answers just from years of doing what I was doing, and pssed my way through it without outright lying. I got the job. I panicked. I went online and to the library and read everything I could get my hands on. I subscribed to finance magazines and newspapers and devoured them. And it worked. That was 5 years ago. They've since promoted me several times over, and I've doubled my salary in the last 3 years. They now know, as I've told them, and it's a running joke, but it's also turned into a positive, because I've proved that I can tackle anything they throw at me and succeed. So don't freak out. Put away your blankie, stop panicking and get to work. Fake it until you make or break it. Research the company, look at the positions they are hiring for, and research what they want, then learn. Read everything you can get your hands on until your eyeballs are too sore to continue. You can do this. Or just tell the truth to your dad. He's not gonna kill you, and will probably be relieved. Parents know when their kids are screwing up. They just let their kids do it to see what happens, and really want to help. Saw an anonymous woman on Humans of New York blog, look it up, it's fascinating, who desperately needed an income upgrade to provide for her son. So she taught herself bookkeeping, applied to a bookkeeping job using a faked resume, and got the job. According to her story, she practiced on printed templates daily on the train and double-checked her work relentlessly, so she wouldn't get caught. I have no idea what became of her, but that story illustrated 2 things for me. No one knows anything, and we're all just out there surviving best we can. Moxie, guts, will get you almost anywhere. Her story sincerely inspired me. Study up a bit on that industry and give it your best shot. Companies don't have junior new hires do the heavy work anyway, so you'll likely be on a team assisting a seasoned professional who won't expect much. If your dad is as well connected as you indicate, they will give you a forgiving learning curve. I believe in you. You can do it. A lot of growing up to do. But if I can give you some advice that helps, just play it off. The only kinds of internships that will check the veracity of a transcript are ones that are offering paid jobs or law firms offering vacation schemes. The fact you got the internship through your father makes it almost completely unlikely they'll check the truthfulness of your CV. It would be cheeky to do so. They are not giving you the internship because you have impressed them with your CV. They are giving you it because of your dad. It's not about you. Turn this around. Grow up a bit. Genuine advice from one formerly immature now reformed student to another. As you graduate with good grades and a similar major, I don't see what the problem is. Most internships aren't skill based whatsoever. It's making connections, learning how to behave in an office, punctuality, professionalism, teamwork etc. and seeing what a job there will be like. Unless this company is different to most others, most interns do stuff like make tea, coffee, answer the phone, photocopying and printing, fetch the mail, do filing, shred stuff, maybe shadow people for a few days. But they'll have you doing very basic work. Data entry if you're lucky. I really wouldn't worry too much, unless you said you were doing medicine and now you're doing art history. I'm assuming it's going to be some office-based thing, in which case just listen and learn. I did an English linguistics degree and now I work in construction and engineering. My degree was pointless for my career, except for the fact I needed a certain level of education. It's more about you and what you will bring to the company. Unless it's a highly specialized field, you'll probably get through the internship no problem. And I doubt they'll have an intern doing any specialized or complex work. Most companies provide training anyway. Work for a Fortune 500 electronics manufacturer. I have also worked for other manufacturers in the past. We have interns and typically work with them at whatever level of knowledge they're at. Keep your secret to yourself and do your best for the internship. This opportunity is a gift. Use the fear and shame you're feeling right now to light a fire under but to do better in school in the future. An internship, not the CIA. The kid will be fine. He's not going to be given major tasks, most likely. Nobody is calling the school or checking on the courses he took. He will be fine. Alternatively, find yourself another really cool internship and tell dad you are doing the really cool internship instead. Possibilities are endless. You could even make up the cool internship and go out and drive for Uber all day and make some money. Edit. Just reread your post. Your dad knows people at a big company and they want you to intern there. Slow down, cowboy. Nothing has even happened yet. No need to worry about something that might never be. Have 3 options. Doesn't matter what anyone else tells you. Take it from someone who has experienced the horrors of a nation father scorned. All 3 involves confrontation. This problem will not go away on its own. You can either 1. Keep up the charade and end up having to prepare for a nuclear fallout of a shouting contest between your family, where they will compare you to their friend's very successful son and how they are so good and why can't you be like them. They will shout and threaten you and berate you for being like those loser white kids. You will probably be forced to do what they say, which includes dropping everything in your life at that point and essentially being their slave. Get a job that they say. Pay them out of your salary since that's what good sons do, and because of the family tradition. You will see a lot of this air quotes. Because a lot of what these Asian parents do is they like to blah blah blah. They know how to tug on your self-worth. They like manipulation to get what they want. Or you can accept them disowning you and realize that life goes on. Nobody should have to go through their heart sinking every time they see their father pop up on their phone randomly calling to check up on you. Life continues. You make your own choices, and no matter what your parents guilt trip you into doing, you will need to stand firm. Now decision 2 is simple. You come clean to your father. It carries on from previously. There will be arguments. But through it, you can show how much you despise the feelings these days have caused. Let them know how it affects you. I get it. Your father can be terrifying at times. But he is human. At the end of the day he is just a man. You need to show you are also independent. You can't be Mr. Nice Guy. This is your life at stake. The decisions you make should be yours and yours alone. And you need to sit down with your father and convey these emotions. He will scowl. He will probably curse and ask God why his son is punishing him. But you need to ignore that and attack his heart. He has won. He is a father. His son is always going to be in his best interests. 3. It's crunch time now. You have to decide if you will live your life on your terms or you will follow everything daddy says. End note here. Everything your family does, will do is all for you. Remember that always. Your family only want you to succeed in life and be happy. They love you dearly. And it's your responsibility to make them understand that you simply cannot handle their pressure. You need their support in what you want to do. And it's important to face the fear of your parents, because at the end of the day all of this is for you. They cannot force you to live life the way they want you to. You're an adult. You have your own life to live. Share your story in comments and subscribe.